Hey guys, welcome to another episode of my YouTube. And I call this Scalp and Stack 101. Scalp and Stack 101, meaning when you catch the scalp, you stack. So let's dive straight into the video. Sorry about my voice. Guess the cold and the heat mixed up here. So this is an uptrend, right? You have a break of structure here. From my video on understanding complex synthetic structure 101, you would have understood this trend line liquidity here, right? Market's coming down to take it out and tap on a point of interest around this point here before it now goes back up, right? So that's the setup we're using here. That's the strategy, whatever you want to call it. So the strategy is simple. After you've seen this trend line liquidity, you know, price is retracing back to the point of interest. Just pick your Fibonacci 2 and take it to the 70%, right? You can set your limit. This one is a straight, you're not waiting for confirmation, right? The confirmation here is the structure, the trend line liquidity, and then you really don't need to target because you're scalping. So yes, sorry, your SL will be here. You're scalping. So your one, your target 1 is to 1, 1 is to 2, 1 is to 3. I told you, or I've always told you, 1 is to 3 is the max I can target for synthetics for any setup at all. Market should always reach the 3%. The 3R. Market should really get to 3R. That's the proof that the setup is actually valid. But you can now decide to take 2R or 1R or 1.5 or 2.5. So from this, if you are risking $10 on this, I think the lowest loss side on this should be 0.005, I guess. So if you are stacking on this, stack what you can afford to lose. Okay. And make sure you're on a no drawdown zone before you stack. Like make sure you're in profit before you stack. A little profit at least. And basically you can just take one position, big position, your SL, calculate everything, position sizing. Just target 1 is to 2, right? So the one for stacking is this next one. You can stack on this, and you can stack on this. So this one is the same thing. Market comes to the 70% or the 50%. As far as below the 50%, it doesn't have to reach the 70%. You get? But the difference between this and the previous one is this one is a W pattern, right? It's a W pattern, right? So this is an engulfing candle here. That engulfs the O. It may not be there, but just make sure there's a W pattern forming, and the market is coming back. Market is coming back, right? The market goes, market is coming back to tap into it and then move to the upside. So from here, after seeing the W pattern, your entry should be below the W pattern, and then you can stack as much as you want. As far as your SL is here, that's where your SL should be. The previous one, your SL was at the 0 Fibonacci mark, but this one is below the W pattern. So the third one is the SNR, what you call support and resistance, stack and scalp and stack. Okay, so after market has given you a break of structure, right, and market starts forming this more like a mini channel. Market starts forming this, right? Right. You can take your entry from either the third touch of the support or the resistance. So you would have spotted this on the higher time on maybe 30 minutes. Yes, use 30 minutes to spot this. 30 minutes, 1 hour. Use 30 minutes, right? Or if you want to go lower, you can use 50 minutes, right? So use 30 minutes to spot that, and then go to lower time frame, 2 minutes or 3 minutes. You're going to see if you are trading the sell for the third touch, you should see a bearish engulfing candle. So let's assume this is the bearish one, right? The bearish one will engulf the small bullish candle, right? So let's assume that's the bearish candle. So you should wait for price to come back immediately, right? To come back immediately into it before moving. You get, don't wait for price to go down and come up back. Oh no, you wait for price to come first. And so let me just show you these three on the chart. Okay, I'll be using 5 minutes to should I use 5 minutes? Let me see. Okay, first let me show you the the first one I mentioned, the sniper entry. Look at this now. This is a perfect entry for me. Perfect entry. See, it's at the 70%, so I would have taken my sniper entry from there. Right? You can do this on 5 minutes, and then my SL will just be here. But now you can see it's forming like a W pattern, so you can just bring your SL here and stack. Right? You can check this trade again, but I'd rather if you are taking a long term, put it here. If you are stacking, take it here and bring your TP to somewhere very, very close. As you are stacking, you are gaining more money. So, but if you are taking it long term to this point, the market should actually go more long term. This is a perfect buy entry. The market should actually come here, because it's a channel. That's the end of the channel. So your SL is somewhere here or below. The perfect 5 hour trade. Right. Okay. Now let's come to this is a break of structure here. If you notice this buy, I'm taking it at the support level in the channel. I'm going to do rubbish. Market should not take you out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You don't think I'm just taking my buy from anywhere. 30 minutes. Can you see the channel? Can you see? You don't think I'm just taking anything. See the trend line I drew. The market is trending up. The market should actually go up. Okay. So let's go back to, let me use 3 minutes. Can use 2, 3, 5 minutes, anyone you prefer. So this is right a break of structure we have here, and I look at the trend line liquidity that formed here, right? The market took it as tapped into, so use the Fibonacci. Can you see how market got to the 70%? Sometimes you might just kiss it, but just make sure somewhere around here close. If you can target the middle of between here and here better, but this is the discount level where you can be sure that market will not reverse on you. Okay, if you're taking a long term, right, see where my TP is. So see how market reverse back into entry. Some people will be scared. If you're a scalper, you don't need all this. You stack, right? Once you're in a level of profit, you start stacking up. Okay, come back to this. You can see bearish, bullish engulfing here. So after the bullish engulfing, you can just bring your SL here after you've seen the bullish engulfing, and then stack after this point. You stack for a whole candle, and then you can go out and leave the rest to run. You can either even take your SL back, anyone you want to do. So that's it for this. Make sure your TP is here, and you're good to go. So for the third one, which is the W pattern, this one here is this one that's currently forming now, like this. You can see. So this is a W pattern that's formed already. It's either you put your entry here, if you're just catching it, your SL must be here, not here. W pattern has formed already. So if this trade reverse, to that's trading for you. And then you can enter from here, or you wait for price to retrace to about 40%. I don't know, 40 or 50, sha. Anyone you want to do. Yeah, something like that. I'll put your tip in there. At least let your RR, let it be such that your RR will be equal to 3R. You can just bring it up and show you TP is here. So we are good. So if this trade reverse, we've set our buy limit already. Price will always reverse. If it doesn't want to reverse, that's his own cup of tea. So we have this and that's all for this video. Thank you for joining me here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.